What did Genghis Khan do to his female slaves? And why do many historians still call him a monster?
Genghis Khan is remembered as one of the most famous and influential figures in world history. He was the founder and supreme ruler of the Mongol Empire, which stretched from China to Europe and became the largest contiguous land empire ever known. His name has long been associated with military genius, religious tolerance, and a strict legal code. Yet at the same time, he was a ruthless conqueror who slaughtered millions, razed countless cities to the ground, and enslaved entire populations. In this video, we will uncover some of the most shocking things Genghis Khan did to his slaves, and how these actions shaped not only his empire, but also the world at large. One of the most horrifying practices of Genghis Khan was the use of human shields. Historical accounts paint a grim picture: captives forced to march at the front of his army, absorbing the brunt of enemy arrows and spears. Their sacrifice was calculated, both to protect the Mongol warriors and to terrify their opponents. During his invasion of the Tangut Kingdom of Western Xia in 1219, Genghis Khan reportedly used around 30,000 Chinese soldiers in this way. They bore the full weight of the enemy's defenses, perishing in the siege of the capital as unwilling pawns in their conqueror's campaign. A similar horror took place in 1223 during the war against the Khwarezmian Empire in Central Asia. Thousands of Muslim captives were forced into service as human shields, and some were even tied to catapults and hurled against enemy fortifications. Such cruelty reveals the extremes to which Genghis Khan was willing to go in pursuit of victory. Beyond its tactical use, this practice had wider implications. It serves as a chilling reminder of how war strips away humanity, reducing individuals to mere instruments of strategy, lives made expendable in the quest for power and conquest.
Another shocking aspect of Genghis Khan's rule was the brutal and humiliating labor forced upon his slaves. Captives were made to dig canals, build roads, and haul heavy loads, fueling the growth of his empire while reminding them of their absolute subjugation. Even more disturbing were the violent spectacles staged for his amusement. Slaves were forced into savage fights against each other or even against wild beasts, their lives thrown away for the fleeting entertainment of their master. Perhaps most terrifying was his demand for absolute loyalty, often tested through unspeakable acts. Prisoners were sometimes ordered to kill their own family members as proof of obedience. One infamous case took place during the siege of Otrar in 1219. Enraged by the murder of his envoys, Genghis Khan captured the governor's son and forced him to execute his own father, before having the young man killed as well. This grim display left no doubt about the price of defying the Khan. In 1221, during the siege of Nishapur, Genghis Khan's fury knew no limits. After learning that his beloved son-in-law had been killed within the city, he ordered a massacre so complete that every living creature, human and animal alike, was slaughtered. To intensify the horror, he compelled his own daughter to witness the carnage, ensuring the memory of that loss would remain etched in her heart forever. A third shocking practice was his sexual exploitation of women. Genghis Khan's lust and polygamy were infamous, and his harem included hundreds of wives and concubines, most of them taken by force from conquered lands. The Khan not only claimed women for himself, but also granted his sons and generals the right to do the same. Age, social standing, or faith made no difference. Women were reduced to mere spoils of war. He even gave them away as gifts or tributes to allies, treating them as commodities to be traded at will. This led to an enormous number of children fathered by Genghis Khan.
Many of his descendants went on to rule or to found dynasties of their own. Among the most famous was his grandson Kublai Khan, born to a Tongut princess, who later established the Yuan dynasty in China. Modern genetic studies have revealed the scale of this legacy. It is estimated that about 0.5% of the world's population, roughly 16 million people, are direct descendants of Genghis Khan. This staggering statistic illustrates how his reign of conquest and abuse not only reshaped politics and empires, but also left a permanent mark on the genetic fabric of humanity itself.
These examples are just a glimpse into the cruelty and violence that defined Genghis Khan's treatment of his slaves. Yet, history reminds us that he was not solely a tyrant. He was also a visionary leader and a reformer who unified the Mongols, expanded their horizons, and forged a legacy that transformed both Asia and Europe. Genghis Khan was a complex and contradictory figure, at once a brutal conqueror and a brilliant statesman. His impact is still felt to this day. Thank you for watching. If you learned something new about Genghis Khan and his slaves, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. See you next time.